Hi there, it's Fionna Gossling from Royal LePage with a very quick update as to what happened in the Oakville real estate market in February 2025. So, we were gearing up for a busy spring market. Interest rates were starting to come down, affordability was returning to the market, and all of these buyers who have been sitting on the sidelines for years waiting for interest rates to start to come down or stabilize, we're jumping back into the market. And then we had some really crummy weather, but more importantly, we had a lot of scary tariff talk coming out of the States. And so that instability has definitely impacted buyers' confidence. What is interesting, or what the silver lining is buyers are still in the market, and those buyers are seeing opportunity right now. They have things to choose from. There's lots of inventory on the market, so they've got choice. They can make an offer that has conditions on it, and they're able to kind of take their time and make sure they're getting into the right space. So if you're a buyer waiting on the sidelines, I think now is a terrific time. The good news for sellers is that properly priced properties are still selling as long as they're priced realistically. They are well prepared for the market, they're staged, they're decluttered, they're showing the very best they can, and they're marketed well. It's a longer sales cycle for sure, but they are selling. So I'm going to attach this at the bottom. People can go through at their leisure. This graph is more valuable later in the year. Basically, it's the annual average sale price, but January and February typically have lower volume and averages and sale prices. So this isn't necessarily reflective. This graph has always shown the average and the median sale price month over month going back to 2019. So you can see that we are still, prices are doing well, they're holding on. If you compare January to February, we did have more sales in February than we did in January, but we had a lot more product on the market to choose from. What's interesting about that is the average and the median sale price both increased month over month. What we're hearing in the news is that sales volume is way down from 2024. And when you compare month over month, in Oakville, we were down 33%. So that is way down. There were far fewer transactions that happened. And I attribute that to buyers waiting on the sidelines to see what's going to happen with tariffs and jobs and all of the rest of it. I think once that has kind of worked its way through and resolved itself and some certainty returns, that all of those buyers are going to come back. Certainly, Treb is predicting that there will be a real increase in the market in the latter part of 2025. So if you have been waiting on the sidelines to get into the market, this is probably a very good time to do that. What else I find interesting about this is, so yes, our volume was down 33%, but our average sale price was only down 5%. And remember that with so few statistical data points, a couple of higher end sales or a lot of the lower end of the market selling will impact that average sale price a lot. And this slide I'm going to end on. The rest of them are still there, where we're comparing number and averages of months past. But you can see that in the detached market, if you want to move up or move down, there's a lot of active listings out there, and there's 6.1 months of inventory. So that is a buyer's market. However, the average sale price has jumped up. So things are still selling for a fair amount of money. If you've been thinking, I need to sell my house, I want to downsize, but I'm not going to do it if in this slump, the news is making it worse than it is. Sales are still happening and prices are okay. Where I think there is real opportunity is in this condo market. I've never seen 14.5 months of inventory in the condo market. So If you want to get into the market, if you're a first-time buyer, or you have kids that want to get into the market, or you think that down the road you would like to downsize into a condo and you'd like to secure something in a choice location or building, now might be a really good opportunity to start looking and see what's out there, because the average sale price on those condos is down, and there's lots to choose from. So you can find the right unit. If you're not ready to downsize into it now, you can put a tenant into it and you can hold on to the equity in your home until you're ready to make the jump or until you sell your house. If you're trying to get into the market, there's never been a better time. There's so much choice, and affordability, interest rates have come down, which has improved affordability. These slides just look at what's been happening. It's a 4-month snapshot as to what's been happening in the detached market in Oakville, the condo market in Oakville. So you can see condo prices were down, and the townhouse market in Oakville. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to talk shop with you and kind of help guide you through the process and help you achieve whatever your real estate goals are. I will check back in next month.